Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here for another episode of Magic Duels. So for Friday Night Magic this week, I'll be playing with a mono-red aggro deck. So I found that this deck is absolutely fantastic for this kind of style deck is absolutely fantastic for grinding out wins against the AI, on the ladder, all sorts of fun stuff. So it's basically got, I think the highest cost card in this deck is a 3 mana, and there's only 2 of them. Everything else is either 1 or 2 mana, so it's crazy aggressive. I've made a couple of changes since the last time I've used it. I've put the Perilous Mirrors in recently, as they are fantastic kind of either aggro or other kind of style cards. The Goblin Glory Chaser is one of the key components in this deck. I will be dropping a Call of the Full Moon on it this turn, because that will basically make it renowned and what's the word I'm looking for? Renowned and Menace as well, so it can only be blocked by more than one creature. So we're going to drop a Call of the Full Moon on this bad boy. So this is a very heavy Goblin deck. As you may realise, most of the cards in this deck are Goblin related, such as Ember Haulers, Goblin Glory Chasers, Dragon Fodders. The Mirrors, like I said, they're a late addition. I've put them in recently just because they're really quite fantastic. So we now have a 5/4 creature which basically can't be blocked by one creature, so he can't just keep blocking with the Gatecreeper Vine or anything like that. He has to let it go through because it's got Menace, which is quite nice, so that lends it to itself. We're playing a level 3 character. Wow, I'm down to level 1. After my stream the other night, I was at the rank 7 at one point, and I've kind of fallen apart a wee bit. Got Nissa's Pilgrimage, so he's digging for lands. Not going to get that many with only 2 mana open, but he managed to find 1, so touche to you, sir. It's however my turn, so we're going to go through to combat. This is going to push through 5 damage. And he's blocking. How can he block? He can't block, mate. You can only, it's a Menace creature. That's going to not work. It's going to be like, why can I block? It's like, it's Menace, mate. Just read the bloody card. It's like, as long as it's renowned, it has Menace. There we go. Let my damage go through. Thank you very much. And then I think we should play... I'm going to play the Dragon Fodder. Yeah, I'll play Dragon Fodder this turn, and then maybe look to play something like Perilous Mirror next turn. So this could potentially win it for us in the next kind of... next turn or two, potentially. This, like I said, this is a very aggressive deck, very fast. You're looking to just kind of hammer out attacks with the Goblin Glory Chaser as fast as possible. You want to get it down turn 1 or turn 2, get it renowned, get it with Menace, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, this is still going to be able to like swing at his face, which is kind of crazy. So, right, so we can play 2 Perilous Mirrors next turn, which is quite nice. But we're going to swing with everything, because if he decides to, say for example, block the 5/4 with both of these, I'll kill both of these and the 2 damage still goes through. Okay, that's fair enough. So he's blocking both of them. 5 damage goes through. I lose one of my little goblins, but that's fine by me. I'm just going to drop both of the Perilous Mirrors now. Oops-a-daisy. No, I want to cancel that. What am I doing? My mouse is just having a spaz attack there. So with this deck, you want to be winning basically as soon as it... Oh, no, I lost my Call of the Full Moon. Never mind, it's not the end of the world. But we still do have the Twin Bolt. This is still a Menaced, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'd forgotten he actually managed to... Did he actually manage to cast more than one spell last turn? So... Oh, right, it's because that was a bit silly of me. I've actually removed it myself by playing 2 Perilous Mirrors. If I hadn't done that, I probably would have been alright. He's not going to want to swing in here because I can just double block with the Perilous Mirrors, take 2 life off of him, and then he's pretty much screwed. But let's put the Infectious Bloodlust on the Goblin Glory Chaser. Then we hit continue. So I managed to find another one of the aggressive... what's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive auras in my deck to whack on this to make it even more powerful. So he's blocking that one, but I think that's potentially lethal, especially with the Twin Bolt. So he's going to double Twin Bolt. There we go. So I think that's a win for game number 1. Very nice. Awesome. Look at that. Beautiful. We managed to earn ourselves 20 gold as well. Cool. Right, I'll see you in a sec for another game, and we're up to rank 2. I'll see you in a sec. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing a ranked 12 opponent this turn. I can't really justify keeping that with only 1 mana. However, this one I can justify. Mostly because I got the Abbot of Carroll Keep and the double Foundry Street Denizens, which is both pretty crazy. So I should be able to get some serious aggro in fairly early on. Oh, very nice. We've even got a Call of the Full Moon as well. So potentially I could put Call of the Full Moon on my Foundry Street Denizen and then just keep swinging with it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We've also got the Abbot of Carroll Keep, which has prowess, so when we play things like the Twin Bolt and the Dragon Fodder, it gets pumped up for the turn, and we probably want to get at least double Foundry Street Denizen down before we drop something like the Dragon Fodder. Although potentially I'm looking at maybe using a Twin Bolt on this one this turn before he gets a... what's what I'm looking for? Ooh, we do have the Goblin Glory Chaser though. This is a tough choice. I mean, do I drop Twin Bolt or do I kind of... or do I drop both of these two? I'm torn. I kind of want to drop both of these two and then just swing with this one and then see if he blocks. And then potentially Twin Bolt next turn. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because I want to put Call of the Full Moon on my Goblin Glory Chaser potentially. Because I'm hoping he doesn't want to block this and he kind of plays a white mana next turn. Okay, so swing in. Let's not skip attack there. Jesus Christ, I don't want to waste my turn. I want to see if he blocks. Nope, he's going to let the damage go through. That's fine by me. I've got plenty of removal. Well, I say plenty of removal. I've got 1 removal spell, but you know what I mean. So I'm probably going to be dropping Call of the Full Moon on Goblin Glory Chaser this turn. So that's not going to be getting pumped up to a... Okay, so Twin Bolting that. That has to be Twin Bolted. It's got to go, basically. I can't let Nissa be activated. I'm hoping he swings with that. It would be quite nice. Nope, he does not. So... I'm thinking Twin Bolt that. Or potentially... Right, so do I Twin Bolt it and then just swing with everything? But he's then just going to chump block with the 1-1, I suppose, unless he's trying to keep it around. I mean, I want to remove Nissa now. Can I justify it yet? I mean, I've got to keep aggressive, so I'm probably going to have to. So I'm going to attack with all. And then, goodbye Nissa, get out of my life. Because I can keep pumping these two up with like the Dragon Fodder, so he's going to chump block. Okay, that's fine. That's what I was expecting. Just wanted to push through some damage. Yeah, I could have done with being able to put the Call of the Full Moon on my Goblin Glory Chaser, but it's not the end of the world. I can pump these two up quite nicely, so he's going to destroy one of my lands, which makes me sad panda, so unless I draw into a land here, I am a little bit concerned. So he managed to ramp up while also screwing me over. Land. Come on, land. Heart the cards, heart the cards. Land. Yes! Yes! So we're going to Dragon Fodder here, obviously, because it pumps up both of these for this turn. So we're going to swing for 6 here, which is pretty mental. Getting down to 9. Then we're just going to swing at his face. Marvellous. I don't believe the heart of the cards work there. You know, I've got to believe. Who do you think I am, Yu-Gi-Moto? I'm not even playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm playing Magic. God's sake, universe. Get your franchises right. Must believe in the heart of the cards! Yeah, I watched a hell of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. I got quite addicted to it. Okay, so he's played a 4-4. Interesting, interesting. Is there any way I can remove that? The answer to that question is no. So, do I play something like Call of the Full Moon and force him to block it maybe? And then also... I think I might have to. I'll play Call of the Full Moon and then... on something like, I don't know, the Goblin Glory Chaser, maybe force him to block. So we'll swing with everything. So if he swings with that, he's basically leaving himself open to the counter-attack next turn, so I want him to attack that one and kind of destroy it, because he's got no way of like regenerating it or anything like that. So goodbye, Rocks War Monks. Get out of my life. That's what I was hoping he'd do. So we almost have lethal next turn. If we got something like a Twin Bolt, or so he's got Jagged Scar Archers, which is going to come down as a 1/1, and also an Undercity Troll. I can almost do with what's what I'm looking for? Double Infectious Bloodlust. That is kind of tempting to whack that on, say for example, the Foundry Street Denizen, and then just go for it. Oh no, I can't do Double Infectious Bloodlust, so can I? What do I do here then? Do I play Abbot of Carroll Keep and then potentially play Infectious Bloodlust next turn? I think I might do this and then see if it's a land. This is going to exile the top card of my library. Come on, it's a Perilous Mere, which I can't afford. Now I've got to keep aggressive here, so I'm going to swing, and if he blocks, then more fool him. So he's going to block the 1/1. So he's going to... I'm going to clear his board again, which is good for me. I push through another damage. I do have the double Infectious Bloodlust down, though. Ah, that's... Oh, it's blocked, of course. Yeah, that's regenerated. So... But he only took 1 damage. Never mind, my brain's gone totally fuzzy here. So he's ramping up again. So he had like, he's got a bit of an elf theme, but then some other like green cards as well. It's gone kind of rampy, but then like not rampy at the same time. It's very weird. Not really understanding the theme of his deck. So he's got some elves, but then just some other creatures as well. All very strange. We're going to draw a land. Now, do I go double Infectious Bloodlust on the 2/1? I might have to. Just because it's going to get +1/+1 from both of these as well. And I'm kind of starting to go on the back foot a little bit here. So, yeah, if he decides to... He's going to have to at least block with one of these, I suppose. I'm guessing, yeah, he's going to go for the 3/3. Interesting. Or is he going to double block? He's going to double block. That's a very strange thing to do. I'm surprised he didn't just block with the 0/2 and just, like, stop me from... So I'm obviously going to want to use his ability. Confirm. I'm going to want to grab one of them so I can whack it on my Goblin. There we go. I don't know why, but that Infectious Bloodlust, like, animation is really, really slow. Do I have a 4th one in here? No, I don't. So I'm wondering what else he's got that he'd be willing to sacrifice both of his creatures there. He's got another Moss. I don't care about that. I've got more than enough lands now. I only need like 3 maximum. So he's only got 1 card left, and that puts me at a massive advantage because I've got the superior life and sort of the board control. Oh wow, that is absolutely terrifying for a top deck. Terrifying? No, terrible even. But we're going to swing anyway. There we go. See what he does. So he's probably going to block, I'd assume. So we kill off his only line of defense. What else has he got? Primal Bellow? Oh, wow. Jesus, he used a Primal Bellow on that. Okay, touche, touche. I'm now in a much worse situation. So I don't actually have any more Infectious Bloodlust left. I'm just going to leave that card open, make him think I've got something that's worth saving. So what the hell did he draw? I'm hoping he just top decked to land. Nope, it's a Perilous Mere. This has turned out really, really slow now because I've just kind of lost all my momentum. Which is what happens with aggro decks. Unless you... Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. We've got ourselves a Thopter. Excellent. So we can start swinging over his head, take off the last 5 damage. Hopefully if we get something maybe like a Titan Strength, we could make this even faster. Oh my sweet Jesus, Outland Colossus. That is not cricket. That is not cricket. Sorry about you, those guys that don't understand. That's just a common British phrase. It just means that's not on at all. And we do have the dragon fodder though, so we can potentially just keep blocking this from now until the end of time. At least for the next 2 turns. Then hopefully drawing something that can pump up the Thopter, or just deal that last little bit of damage just to get us over the line. He's probably wondering what this is. I've like held on to this land for so long now, which I don't need to actually play. I got a Jagged Scar Archer. No. Where do you think you're coming from? So basically, the only thing that can really win this for us now is a what's the word I'm looking for? What I really need. I don't really want you to go renowned right now, so I'm going to confirm the block. Yeah, I could really do with a Titan Strength. Like, that would actually win it for me, as it would pump up the Thopter enough to actually win me the game. Come on, Titan Strength, or a land. You've got to be joking. I'm just going to attack with all, because basically he can just knock off my Thopter next turn with the Jagged Scar Archers, so he's just going to block with everything. I basically lost there anyway, because the Jagged Scar Archer can knock off my Thopter artifact anyway. So yeah, unless I get like 2 lots of like 2 twin bolts in a row, I think I'm pretty much doomed. So yeah, I definitely lost momentum in this game. Like early, I can't remember what really lost it for me. I'm trying to remember now. Trying to have a look at my deck. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have sacrificed my Goblin Glory Chaser quite so brazenly early on. That may have like won it for me if I'd kind of kept that a bit safer. But I thought he was going to have some kind of white in there, because otherwise why would he be playing the Sunblade Elf? So I'm down to 14. I do have the Goblin Arsonist. Because I can't really swing either. Sorry, let's just swing. Let's see what he does. He might block with the 1-1 or the 0-2, but so if I were to say block the 12-12 here, this is just hypothetical. If I block the 12-12 here with the 1-1, do the 1 damage to the 3 to his health, take him down to 2, and then theoretically I somehow manage to top deck a twin bolt, I will win. This is all very hypothetical, of course, because I'm pretty screwed. Yeah, this is not going well. That Outland Colossus was pretty disgusting. Chorus of Might. So he's pumping up a... Come on. I hate when he does this. There we go. Which one's he pumping up? The 1-1. Okay, so this still doesn't help you, mate. So he's swinging with the 4-4. Interesting. And the 12-12. Right. Okay. So I have to block the 12-12. That's for certain. Nope. Why would you pump it up and then not swing with it? What the hell? That was a waste of a card. Oh, we got the Fiery Impulse though. What could I kill off here? The Fiery Impulse doesn't really help. Except maybe to kill off the 0-2. Do I attack with all here? No, I'm going to attack with the Goblin Arsonist. So he's going to block with the 0-2, okay. Do I just kill that? Shame I can't use this to damage his face. That's annoying. So I'm just going to play the Mountain and then save this. I mean, I can block the 12-12 next turn. So I'm still looking for something like a Twin Bolt. I should have really attacked him with the 1-1 instead. The Goblin even, sorry. I'm determined to win this now just because this guy has just been... I don't know, this deck is just awful. It just has no wild size, okay. Again, I'm just going to chump block it with the 1-1. Oh, it's got trample. But he's only going to do... oh no, I've lost. No, that's actually a loss now. Oh no, I can actually Fiery Impulse the 1/1 though. So that's he can take me down to 1 now. Unless that's something else. Because he can only take me down, because he can only do 13 damage to me at the moment, even with the trample. Because this is where I just block. Okay, so I go down to 1. Interesting. Is there anything that can help me now? No, I think that's a concede. No, we won't concede quite yet, because I could still potentially get a Fiery Impulse next turn. Twin Bolt, sorry, and actually win, or something that can, like, I don't know. So I can still chump block, unless he's got something else to give it trample. So Twin Bolt would potentially... Oh no, Guy's Revenge, there we go. So now it's concede. Okay, guys, so we're back down to rank 1. Never mind. Yeah, so I think the big mistake from the last game was definitely sacrificing the Goblin Glory Chaser that early on, because I was expecting some kind of white to pump up the Sun Elf, but it never came. So he basically just went for a kind of a weird ramp deck with kind of some very questionable cards. Oh, excellent. So I'm going to play the Foundry Street Denizen here. Which we can start like swinging with like the Infectious Bloodlust, the Goblin Arsonist to pump it up, things like that, Dragon Fodder as well, so this is not looking too bad. And then we've got the Perilous Mirror as a bit of a deterrent for any kind of swinging it at my face. So we've got a Welkin turn here, okay. So maybe I don't want to swing him right yet, maybe looking at a kind of a blue-white flyer deck here. Ooh, interesting. We've actually managed to find ourselves a 2/1 that will generate a flyer token. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Dragon Fodder pre-combat, then swing in... Can this only block... Oh, we can only block creatures with flying. Okay, that makes me extremely happy, as that means I can definitely outpace this guy then. Should have played the Infectious Bloodlust, but never mind. I wasn't paying attention, because I'd forgotten this Welkin turn can only block other flyers. So, yeah, Infectious Bloodlust would have been better there, but never mind. Well, I don't know, it's the same amount of damage, so I can always play this one next turn. I've also got the Gear Crafter to... So, okay, so he's going to pump that up this turn. So I'm going to take 3 damage myself. So he's going to swing in the air for 3. Boom. Right, so I'm thinking Gear Crafter this turn, and then just swing with all 3 of these and see what he does. Oh, very nice. Another piece of land. So we'll drop the Gear Crafter. Pre-combat, because it'll pump up the Foundry Street Denizen. Okay, so we're just going to attack with all. There we go. Is he going to block for 2/1? No, he's going to block a 1/1. Fair enough. You do that. I'll swing at your face for 3, take you down to 14. Nothing? Okay, that's good for me. So next turn we've got the either something like Perilous Mirror and Infectious Bloodlust maybe? Would be quite cool. So we've got here Frostlinks, so it's going to tap my Thopter, I'm guessing. No, it's going to tap my Gear Crafter. Interesting. Interesting. Just swing with both of these, I'm assuming? No, just with the 2/2. Okay, I will let your 2 damage go through. See if I care. Right, so what have I got this turn? Ooh, Fiery Impulse, very nice. So I could potentially Fiery Impulse that, Infectious Bloodlust that, and that would leave me nice in the air, so I think that's a good play. So what we're going to do is pre-combat, we're going to Fiery Impulse you. Oh, sorry, not Fiery Impulse, Infectious Bloodlust the Thopter. Then hit continue. I think we just attack with that, confirm attack, and then we're going to Fiery Impulse the turn, his flyer, so he can't block me in the air. There we go, so we take him down by another 3, down to 11. And do we play the Goblin Arsonist? I will play the Goblin Arsonist just as a blocker. I mean, it's kind of wasted, but I don't really care too much. So that goes to a 2-1, but never mind. See what else he's got. So I'd assume he's probably got more flyers somewhere. Unless he's put this together with the Deck Wizard, in which case it's going to be absolute trash, this deck. It seems like it's a Deck Wizard kind of style to it. I'm just going to skip blocking there. I don't really care about the 4 damage. I've got plenty more coming his direction later on, so... You do 4 damage now. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 in your face in a minute, so, Oh, and we even got Goblin Glory Chaser as well. So, oh damn, I should have played that pre-combat. I would have got the extra damage in. Never mind, never mind. Because that potentially would have won it for me if I'd managed to get that down, because... No, it's not quite, not quite. I thought if I'd played... No, if I had played the Goblin Glory Chaser and then played that as a blocker, he wouldn't have been able to win this. I've probably won next turn though, so I'm just going to play you. Save the Goblin Glory Chaser just in case. In case he's got a board wipe, although I don't think there are any blue or white kind of destruction board wipes. There's a board clear in terms of a blue one, which will bounce them all back to my hand, but Siege Mastodon? Oh yeah, this is definitely a Deck Wizard deck. Definitely a Deck Wizard deck. Yeah, my rank's so low because I don't really play, and he's been replaced by the AI. Okay, fair enough, he just realised that he's lost. So he's going to attack with the Thopter, confirm attack, and then win the game. Excellent. Let's go have a quick look at the deck. Okay guys, so a quick look at the deck. So first of all, let me just show you the mana curve for this deck. So it is extremely low. I mean, this is super aggressive, this deck. It's all designed to win in a few turns, and if you don't, then it's probably game over, such as the game in number 2. I mean, I almost won that one, but like I said, I think my biggest mistake was sacking off that Goblin Glory Chaser too early on. I shouldn't really have thrown it away quite so callously, and I know that, so you don't need to badger me in the comments about it. But both the other games I did fairly well though, so that's fine. This is definitely the MVP of this deck. This and the Fantasy Suite Denizen are definitely the two kind of the key cards in this deck. This one, because if you can get it renowned and menaced like on turn 1 or 2, this one is an MVP. This one because you're playing lots of other red creatures, it's always going to be pumped up and always causing lots of damage. So we've got the Goblin Arsonist, another cheap card, so you can potentially play this one turn 1, but you're more likely to play it on turn 2 to pump up the Fantasy Suite Denizen or to support the Goblin Glory Chaser, and then it's got this nice little effect, so you can use this to kill off things like 2 damage creatures, or kill off 2 toughness creatures quite nicely, or potentially take out a 1 toughness creature and deal extra damage to your opponent's face. We've also got Fiery Impulse, which is good for kind of like clearing away potential kind of early game blockers, so you can get rid of things which are in the way of the Goblin Glory Chaser for a nice 1 damage. And if you've got kind of like more than 1 instant or sorcery spell, you can even deal with something potentially slightly tougher with a 3 toughness kind of stat. Titan Strength, didn't see this come up today, but it's great at pushing through things like Goblin Glory Chaser and Fantasy Suite Denizen, or for keeping them alive. You also get the Scry bonus off of it, which is good for deciding if you would need more land, or just for putting them at the bottom of the deck if you've already got the 2 or 3 that you need to play every card. Perilous Mirror, this is a kind of a late addition from me. I did used to have, for example, if we go for the red cards here, I did used to have the Goblin Pikers, but these are definitely far more versatile. So they're just as cheap as each other, but this has the added bonus of, like, it's a deterrent, so you can kill off a 1 attack creature, because the 2/1 isn't particularly useful most of the time, especially not with an ability, whereas this one, it can kill any kind of like early aggressive creatures on its own, plus you've then got the added bonus of dealing 2 damage wherever you damn well choose. Got the Abbot of Carol Keep, so you can put this down and then play things like Call of the Full Moon, Infectious Bloodlust, Twin Bolt, Dragon Fodder, and Fiery Impulse to pump it up, which is quite nice. It also has that added bonus of you being able to play an extra card potentially on the turn, so you can even use it as a ramp card, sort of, if you need that, or just kind of like playing any other card. So it's slightly nicer later on, plus its prowess ability is always cool. Ember Hauler, quite a useful card, best played with 3 mana because you want to play it, then sacrifice it to deal 2 damage to a potential blocker, which is quite nice. Subterranean Scout, another card which didn't show up today, but great for kind of, if you say for example you played Goblin Glory Chaser on turn 1, he's put a chump blocker out in play, such as say something like a Goblin Arsonist. If you've got one of these Subterranean Scouts on turn 2. It's only 2 mana. You can make that Goblin Glory Chaser unblockable, so it gets Prowess, Renowned, all that fun stuff. Call of the Full Moon, another late choice to this deck. Put it in just because it's a great kind of early drop, which can give your... this is best synergized with the Goblin Glory Chaser because you can give it trample, it can go over the top of things like the vines that we saw in game number 1, gets prowess, gets menace, and then you're sitting pretty. Infectious Bloodlust, a great aggressive aura, because when you get sent to the graveyard, when the creature dies, if it gets sent to the graveyard in any other way, you don't get to search for it, but if your creature dies, you can basically find another one, put it on another creature, and keep causing more damage. Twin Bolt, great utility card. Dealing those 2 damage divided up as you choose is fantastic. You can use it for killing off 1 toughness creatures, multiple 1 toughness creatures, or like a 1 toughness creature and dealing some damage to the face. Dragon Fodder's in there as a kind of, it's generating tokens and also pumping up potentially multiple Foundry Fleet denizens, which is always nice. And then finally we've got the Garippa Gearcrafter. You've got the choice between that and potentially a Thopter Engineer. They both do very similar things. That makes the Thopters with haste, whereas that's got a slightly better strength. Then we've got a very low amount of mana, so only 20. You could potentially reduce that down even further. Like I said, you only really need 2 or 3 mana to kind of make this deck stick. Like, you can actually win with just 2 mana in this deck. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, that's the deck. That's some games. While we're at it, let's go and buy some packs. Almost got enough for 4. If we'd won that second game, we would have enough. But so let's buy 2 for 300 gold. So we'll open that booster. There we go. So we've got Nissa's Pilgrimage, Guiltleaf Winnower. Oh, great. That is going straight into my elf deck. Fantastic. Oh, and Girother Aethergrid, so that's great for Thopters. Undercity Trolls, just a nice card. Nissa's Pilgrimage, great for ramp decks. Yeah, search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards. Yeah, so that's a decent ramp card. And then a Titanic Growth. What have we got in the next booster? Blight Assassin, very nice. Displacement Wave, good control card. Thopter Engineer, very nice. Kythian's Tactics, Aspiring Aeronauts, and Abounding Crassus. So let's grab one more pack for now. We'll open up some more on Tuesday, potentially, as I kind of do some more grinding over the weekend. Planeswalker? No, never mind. We've got a Knight of the White Orchard, though. Consul's Lieutenant. Fair enough. First strike with Renown. Whenever it attacked, if it's Renowned, other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1. Wow, that'd be great for a weenie deck. For 2 white mana, that is really quite fantastic. I'd like more of them. Patron of the Valiant, not that useful, I find. It's kind of a very situational card and a lot of mana for it. Another Titan Strength, pretty nice, and a Wild Instincts. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 till end of turn. It fights target creature an opponent controls. That's pretty nice. It's kind of like a 4 mana green removal spell. Pretty cool. So we've only got 130 gold left, so that's the end of the episode for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.